Hi, I'm Chip, and this is an artifact, 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 and this is an enchantment land that makes artifacts. Yes, it seems without even trying especially hard, our Taxes deck can run more artifacts than Indiana Jones can yell, "That belongs in a museum!" at. And because of this, I'm trying out Dispatch over Path to Exile in a mono-white Taxes deck. Dispatch is a 1-mana white instant that taps a creature. But if we have Metalcraft, which we achieve by having 3 or more artifacts in play, it will exile that creature instead. Now, I'm not saying this is the perfect replacement for Path to Exile, but even tapping a creature at the right time can swing the game into our favour, and it doesn't actively counteract all the work our Esper Sentinels and Thalias are doing, so I guess we'll see. And now for the deck list. Today's removal package is 4 copies of Dispatch, 4 copies of Skyclave Apparition, and 2 Solitudes. Then we have 4 Esper Sentinel, 4 Thalia Guardian of Thraben, and 4 Stoneforge Mystic. Today's Stoneforge package is 1 copy of Shadowspear, 1 Kaldra Compleat, and today I'm trying 1 copy of Maul of the Skyclaves over Sword of Fire and Ice. Being able to have it snap straight onto an Esper Sentinel when it enters seems good, and I don't think we need the card draw as much now that we have the Esper Sentinels. Rounding out today's creatures, we have 3 copies of Archon of Emeria, 1 copy of Flickerwisp, and 4 Giver of Runes. And it just wouldn't be a Taxes deck without our 4 copies of Aether Vial, and I'm also running 4 Urza's Saga today, along with 1 copy of Hall of Heliod's Generosity, as we can use it to loop our Urza's Sagas against control decks. Rounding out the lands, we have 4 copies of Tectonic Edge, 10 basic plains, and 4 Sunbaked Canyons. And now for the sideboard. We're running 2 copies of Seal of Cleansing and 2 Rest in Peace. These hate pieces can be looped with our Hall of Heliod's Generosity to keep the value coming. To customize our Urza's Saga package post board, we have 1 copy of Expedition Map, 1 copy of Hex Parasite, and a Pithing Needle. Then we're running 1 copy of Elixir of Immortality to gain 5 life against burn, or to shuffle our graveyard into our library against the mill matchup. Then we have 2 copies of Burrenton Forge-Tender, and a Batterskull. And rounding out the 75, we have 2 Drannith Magistrates, so our opponents can only cast things from their hand, and I'm also testing 2 copies of Hallowed Moonlight, to hopefully ambush Crashing Footfalls or Reanimator style decks, whilst drawing a card. And that's today's list. Unfortunately, I haven't been able to test it as much as I'd like to, as I'm running into a lot of opponents that are conceding the second they're interacted with. Is this some mental exercise in overcoming their fear of defeat? Or did they simply misunderstand Jeff Bezos' lesson in tax avoidance? Given my inability to practice adequately with the deck, I'm just going to say I'm going to make misplays. So feel free to point them out and make fun of me for my mistakes in the comments down below. And while you're bullying me for my blunders, if you're enjoying this video, please be sure to leave it a like. And if you aren't subscribed, please be sure to subscribe. That helps you know when a new video comes out. And with that, let's get on with the games. Alrighty, round 1 and we have lost the die roll. Opponent reveals a Loris of the Dream Den. Think I'm going to keep. They play a Swamp into a Thoughtseize. Alright, well now they have all the information they want. Takes our Aether Vial. Passes to us. Let's play Plains and run out the Shadowspear. Pass the turn there. Bloodstained Mire. Crack it immediately. Get themselves a Blood Crypt. Untapped. And Voidwalker. Okay, Mishra's Bauble. Passes to us. Cracks the Bauble looking at our top card. Another Solitude's not bad. Let's play Urza's Saga. Pass the turn there. Opponent's swinging in. Exile our Archon to Solitude. Let's put the Evoke trigger on the stack first. I don't want them getting a free Solitude later on. And let's just get rid of that Voidwalker. Voidwalker gone. There's the Dragon's Rage. Into a Bauble. Looks at our top card. Go to our turn. Giver of Runes. Not really doing enough, I don't think. We'll just pass the turn there. And then next turn we can Dispatch at its full value. Play a Graven Cairns to Croxa. Okay, let's discard Giver of Runes. Dragon Raid's Challenger. Dragon's Raid's Challenge. Can't say it. Darcy is now at full power. Swings in for 3. We're going to take it. Make a construct on the end step. Go to our turn. Plains. What does that do for us? Let's add mana. Get ourselves an Aether Vial. Let's play the Plains and equip the Shadowspear. Well, we've tapped our mana wrong there. Opponent's going to Lightning Bolt our construct. Well, in response, we're just going to Dispatch the Darcy. I guess we'll pass the turn there with a Croxa coming back if they can play the land. Just getting Loris to hand, okay. And Den of the Bugbear. So they had the land, but it was going to enter tapped.
Aether Vial ticking up. Another Urza Saga. Well, let's play it and just pass the turn there. They are Croxering. In response, I'm going to draw a card. Beautiful. Croxer comes down, and we're going to Solitude the Croxer. Now, it does hurt losing the Stoneforge there, but hopefully our Saga tokens will get us some value. Go to our turn. Aether Vial up to 2. I don't hate Dispatch. Urza Saga ticking up. Let's just pass the turn there. All right, opponent's throwing down a Loris, recasting the Dragon's Rage Channeler, and it's just passing the turn there. Well, let's make another construct. Go to our turn. Aether Vial will tick up. We're drawing the land, so we're going to make another construct. I'm going to fetch up another Aether Vial, play the plains, dispatch the Loris, go to combat, and swing in for 5. Opponent takes it down to 19. We're going to pass the turn there. All right. Dispatch so far, doing okay. Blood Crypt tapped. It's a Dothy Voidwalker. They're passing the turn there. Keep the other Aether Vial on 3, tick up the first one to 1. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to equip before I play the land. All right, go to combat, swing with both, terminate on our lifelinker. Yep, makes sense. Another Voidwalker to the bin. First one still can't block. Let's play the plains and equip the Shadowspear to the construct. Was hoping they would kill the construct before combat. That's why I held on the land. Playing another Dragon's Rage Channeler. Okay, swings in for 4, 1 card in hand. Okay, we're down to 8. Could be a Colligan's. They're hoping to get us on our draw step, which would hurt. First Aether Vial ticking up to 2. Second one staying on 3. Yep, that's Colligan's. Taking out our Shadowspear and making us discard the Esper Sentinel. Okay, and that's the game, unfortunately. Oh well, we tried. All right, against this, let's bring in the Burrenton Forge-Tenders and the Rest in Peace and the Dranniths. Cutting Wisp. I think we're cutting Archons here. Gonna trim a Vial and a Giver of Runes. Run it back like that. Let's go first. And this is a keep. All right, let's see what Esper Sentinel can do. Run out the Sentinel and pass. Blackleaf Cliffs from our opponent into a Dragon's Rage Channeler. Okay, passes to us. Rest in Peace is really good. Kind of want to play Thalia first. Yeah, I'm going to play Thalia first. Pass the turn there. Graven Cans from our opponent. Ragavan. Just cast. Okay. No attacks and passes. That's Forge-Tender. That is a Forge-Tender. I think it's Stoneforge Mystic here. This means they should only be able to cast 1 removal spell. Maybe they can get 2, but even if they can, I think we're in a really good position here. So we'll just pass. Shizu and a Thoughtseize. Are you paying the 1, opponent? They are. Joke's on you. I have multiple cards you'll hate in my hand. Yep, take the Kaldra. No attacks and passes. Urza's Saga. That's the sort of stuff we wanted. Well, now I'm going to play the Burrenton Forge-Tender. Go to combat and attack with an Esper Sentinel. No blocks from our opponent. Let's put the Maul of the Skyclaves on it. Pass the turn there. All right, they're given Ragavan Fear. Okay, swinging in. Well, Burrenton has a second mode that prevents the damage, and the Den of the Bugbear comes into play tapped. Urza's Saga ticking up to 2. Let's play Tectonic Edge. Let's take out the Shizu, and let's run out of Rest in Peace now. No, we can't. We can't. I miscounted my own mana. Taxes work both ways. How embarrassing. Well, let's just swing with a Stoneforge then, because Esper Sentinel is an artifact creature that can block even if they have another Shizu, which I doubt they do. All their non-creature spells will give us cards. Feels like a good position to be in. Lightning Bolt on the Esper Sentinel. They do let us draw, and they're surveilling 1, and they're casting a Bauble. Okay, cracking it. Now the Dragon's Rage Channeler has to attack. All right, so they swing in for 3. Go to our turn. Do we want a construct here? I don't think we do, so we'll just tap it for mana. I think Shadowspear is what we get. Let's play Sunbaked Canyon. I think now it's time for Rest in Peace. No swings. Pass the turn. Another Graven Cans for a Pyrite Spellbomb. No attacks and passing. Okay. Another Stoneforge when we don't have any more artifacts. Yeah, maybe getting an Aether Vial instead of the Shadowspear was the way to go. In any case, now it's time for a Skyclave Apparition. Take out that Ragavan. Go to combat. And who's the aggro? We are. We are the aggro. Taking out the Thalia with the Pyrite Spellbomb. Lightning Bolt on the Skyclave Apparition. That's fine. And double blocking. Okay, we'll kill a Dragon's Rage. Pass the turn there. Dothy Voidwalker. Okay, and Thoughtseize. Oh dear. I think Rest in Peace supersedes that. It does, because of layers. And they swing in for 1. Pass it to us. Land is good. Play plains. Run out Stoneforge. Don't think there's anything to cheer up, but we'll have a look anyway. Yep, there's not. And let's equip Stoneforge with a Shadowspear. Pass the turn there. It's your last card a removal spell, opponent. Well, your last 2 cards. Den of the Bugbear, and just getting Loris to hand. Okay, swinging in for 3 because there's no reason not to. Goes to our turn. Dispatch, eh? Their last card is a Bolt. Stoneforge is going to die. If it's not, we can equip it now, and now it's bolt proof. We're going to swing in for 4. Back up to 14. We're hoping we can draw something like an Esper Sentinel or an Aether Vial next turn. Alrighty, they run out Loris and a Croxer. Okay, Well, fortunately, Crocs is going to go away, and so is our Dispatch, but that's okay. Still doesn't have a counter on it because layers matter, but a Tectonic Edge would be most welcome. And now they're swinging in for 4. Okay, passing to us. Let's crack the Sunbaked Canyon to draw. Solitude. Okay, let's play the Urza Saga. Go to combat. I think we have to swing. Yeah, we have to swing. Hit them down to 4. Pass the turn. Another Croxer. Okay, and this Den of the Bugbear is another thing we're going to have to deal with. Everything they play is just a threat. Everything. Okay, so now they're swinging in again. Take it down to 7, which means next turn could be death. What do we draw? An Aether Vial. Okay, don't hate it. Let's run out Aether Vial. So if we swing, take them down to 3, and we go up to 11, and then they're swinging for exactly lethal. If they animate the Den of the Bugbear, it's a 3-2, yeah, makes a 1-1. Yep, so 4, 10, 11. So dead to a land and a bolt, whereas if we don't attack, we're not. So let's not attack right now. And then next turn, we're in a much better position. They have to swing with the Voidwalker or it's useless. Opponent, no hesitation, straight into combat. Okay, just swinging with the Voidwalker. Sounds good. Blood Crypt, tapped. Okay, let's make a construct. Draw our card. Aether Vial will tick up to 1. Oh, that's so good. Let's make another construct. Get ourselves an Aether Vial. Dispatch the Loris. Go to combat. Swing in. Opponent throws the illusion under the bus and has the Colligans. Okay, they're taking out the Shadowspear though, and 2 damage to us. So dead, unfortunately, I think. Yeah, we're dead. They got us. Rakdos Darcy, too good for me.
Alrighty, this game was ridiculously long, so we're just going to launch through the broad strokes. Our opponent is playing a Mystic Forge Tron deck. They quickly resolve a Spellskite and an Ensnaring Bridge, followed by Khan, the Great Creator, which gets them a Torpor Orb and leaves us unable to interact, so eventually we lose. In Game 2, we get an ultra-aggressive start and use 2 well-timed dispatches to tap their Thought-Knot Seers and steal a win, so this is proof that Dispatch can be useful even when we don't have Metalcraft. Game 3. They get down another Khan and use Torpor Orb to hold us at bay. I make the punt of the century and play a Hex Parasite to try and take the counters off Khan. I bet you can guess why that didn't work. Then we play on, hoping to draw our Seal of Cleansings, and our opponent manages to play a Possessed Portal, a card that I'd never seen before, and it locks us out of the game with our only avenue to victory being MTGO's Chess Clock. That doesn't work out, and they kill us. I really feel like I punted these games away with poor choices and bad mulligans. Ultimately, these games were long, boring, and left me feeling like,
oh, I've wasted my life.
So hopefully you all appreciate this little post-recorded commentary for this matchup. And on to the next one. All right, we've won the die roll for round 3. We're going to go first. We're going to mulligan this one. Guess we're going to keep this one. Throw back a Tech Edge. Cancel. Throw back a Plains. Plains and pass. Ingartha Triome. Okay, so Abzan, I'm guessing. There's a Saga. Run out the top decked Thalia. It's a good pickup. Pass the 10 there. Boulderloth Pathway. Bone Shards. Okay, so Reanimator deck of some description. We don't have any main deck graveyard hate. Go to our turn. Archon of Emeria. Let's have Persist in hand. We're pretty dead. Let's run out Archon. Pass the turn there. All right, Llanowar Waste. Center's tapped. And they're just passing there. Okay. Stoneforge Mystic 2. That might be a good follow-up to whatever the Archon's up to. So we'll make a construct here. And we'll go and get an Aether Vial. And we'll swing in for 2. Pass the 10 there. Swamp from our opponent. And they too are just passing. Okay, well, Aether Vial will tick up. Let's play a Plains. Let's go after the Triome. Swing in for 4. Down to 14. Pass the turn there. Grizzly Salvage. Okay. Eternal Witness to their hand. Eternal Witness they can't cast right now. Shambling Vent doesn't help them cast an Eternal Witness. Aether Vial ticking up. Tectonic Edge. Let's take out the Llanowar Wastes. Go to combat. Swing in for 4. Pass the turn there. They play a Stirring Wildwood. Aether Vial will activate. In the end step, putting in a Stoneforge Mystic. Yeah, let's go get our Kaldra. Go to our turn. Aether Vial ticking up to 3. Play the Plains. Activate Stoneforge. Kaldra into play. And let's swing in for lethal. Okay, to the sideboard. Let's bring in Rest in Peace. Let's go for a Batterskull 2. And Hallowed Moonlight. Get to test that out again. I think I'm going to treat this like Jund, and I'm going to drop the Thalias, and I'll drop 1 Flickerwisp. We'll run it back like that, I think. Yeah, this hand's great. We've got a Kaldra that we can't put into play just yet, but hey, maybe eventually. Llanowar Wastes, and they're passing the turn. Plains into Esper Sentinel, pass the turn there. Forest, Unmarked Grave, that plays very well with our Rest in Peace. Thank you, opponent. Aether Vial 2, okay. Yeah, this is good. This is looking good. Archon of Cruelty. Okay, so they're probably hoping for a Persist, Tectonic Edge, Rest in Peace, exile that Archon, swing in for 1, pass the turn there. Shambling Vent enters tapped, okay. And they're just passing.
Awesome. Play Sunbaked Canyon, Shadowspear. It's equipped. Go to combat, swing in for 2. Pass the turn there. Vindicate on our rest in peace. Okay, we get to draw a card, draw a land. That's good. Go to our turn. Plains. Aether Vial. Let's run out the Archon here, and then we'll swing in for 2. Take it down to 13. Pass the turn. Satyr Wayfinder. Okay. Wow. No big things in the graveyard, and they do play a land, which means we can take them off white here, which I really like the idea of. Counter on the Aether Vial. Stoneforge. Well, let's take them off white. Go to combat. Swing in. Pass the turn there, holding up Dispatch. Grizzly Salvage. We get to draw another card. Yeah, Esper Sentinel's great. I don't know why I had doubts about this. Esper Sentinel's great. Okay. Branch Loth Pathway in the hand, and they scoop up the match. Okay. Didn't even need all our tools. That's good. This deck that they were playing was definitely hurt by what I would assume is a budget concession to the mana base. Reanimator can go off quite quickly, but when you're using tap land, you have to wait an extra turn. So definitely not the fairest of matches, but you know what? We needed a win after our 2 rough ones. Alrighty, we've won the die roll for round 4, and we're keeping this. Let's go Plains, Esper Sentinel, pass. Oh, okay. Affinity. I'm guessing passes to us. Let's play Tectonic Edge, run out Aether Vial, run out Esper Sentinel, go to combat, swing in for 1. Opponent takes it. Pass the turn there. Glimmer Void from our opponent. Cranial Plating, letting us draw 2 cards. Archon of Emeria, very nice against Affinity. And Skyclave Apparition, also very nice. Welding Jar, yep, they are passing to us. Aether Vial ticking up. Stoneforge Mystic 2. Well, Hall of Heliod's Generosity and Archon of Emeria. Go to combat, swing in for 2. Pass the turn there. Spire of Industry enters tapped. Ornithopter, that's your spell for the turn. Go to our turn. Aether Vial ticking up. White source is good, means we can go Skyclave, take out the Cranial Plating, go to combat, swing in for 4. Opponent's just going to block with an Ornithopter. Makes sense. They take 3. We'll just pass the turn there. And next turn we have Kaldra coming. Pithing Needle. To activate Aether Vial, Stoneforge Mystic. Just going to maul the Skyclaves here. Now, if they want to name Stoneforge, they can. Paying for the Sentinels, not letting us draw. And they name Aether Vial still. Okay, go to our turn. Aether Vial will tick up to 3. Plains. Let's run out of Maul of the Skyclaves. Chuck it on an Esper Sentinel. Go to combat. Swing in with everything. Yep, opponent blocks an Esper Sentinel, takes the rest. Goes from 14 down to 6. Pass the turn there. Ooh, Thought Monitor. They get to draw 2 cards. That keeps them alive. Let's go to the end step. Crack our Sunbaked Canyon. Urza's Saga. I don't think we need to show that off just yet. Aether Vial can stay where it is. Another Archon. Okay, let's go to combat. Just swing in with everything. Yep, they block Skyclave Apparition and Esper Sentinel. Skyclave Apparition and the correct Esper Sentinel. Thought Monitor trades with the Skyclave. They get themselves a token. I'm going to run out another Archon, and now they will need something pretty impressive to get past that. Nope, can't get past it. Very nice. All right. Let's bring in the Seal of Cleansings. Let's bring in a Batterskull. I think that's all we have for this matchup. We don't know if they're Neoform yet, so we can't Hallowed Moonlight. So what do we take out? Yeah, we want an Expedition map as well, so we can get the Hall of Heliods and loop the Seals of Cleansing. Let's just ditch all the Giver of Runes. All of them. Running Pithing Needle, so maybe they're running Urza Saga as well, in which case Hallowed Moonlight gets better. I think tapping them with Dispatch is enough if we don't have Affinity online. Yeah, we can keep. Spire Bluff Bridge into a Memnite. To our turn. Let's play a Plains and pass. Darksteel Citadel. They swing in for 1. Okay. Cycling a Sojourner's Companion for another Darksteel Citadel. Pass to us. Plains, Stoneforge. Let's get Kaldra. Pass the turn there. Darksteel Citadel from our opponent. Galvanic Blast on the Stoneforge Mystic. That's more than fair. Another Memnite. They swing in for 1, and we just take it. There's a Saga. Sure, we'll just play that and pass. Another Spire Bluff Bridge into a Thought Monitor. They get to refuel their hand with 2 new cards, and they just swing in for 2. We will take it. Shadowspear. Well, that's something worth Skyclaving, I guess. Urza's Saga ticks up. Run out Sunbaked Canyon and pass. Spire of Industry. Another Thought Monitor. Equipping the Shadowspear to a Memnite. Okay. Now they're swinging in. Okay. Clock's not insignificant. Take it down to 11. Make ourselves a construct. Go to our turn. Make ourselves a construct. We want Shadowspear, or do we want Expedition map? I think we want Expedition map. Run out Sunbaked Canyon. Go to combat. Swing in for 3. Pass the turn there. And we can double Dispatch. Hitting our face with the Galvanic Blast. Okay. Hitting our face with another Galvanic Blast will take us down to 3, which I think means we lose now. Dispatches both cost 1 life thanks to our Sunbaked Canyons. And then we're going to take 1 from a Memnite. Scoop it up. Right, I'm going to bring in some cheeky Burringtons over one Flickerwisp and one Thalia. Thalia's not doing a lot, is it? Let's go down another Thalia for an Elixir of Immortality. Let's run it back. Let's play first. No, this is a mulligan. Think we can keep this one. Throw back the second Archon. Hope we draw well, which hopefully the Esper Sentinels would let us do. Urza's Saga is basically what we want here. Let's go Plains, Esper Sentinel, pass the turn. Urza's Saga from our opponent. Land, please. Land, please. Ornithopter, Volt Scourge. Okay, going aggro. Go to our turn. Land off the top, please. Nope. Okay, well, another Esper Sentinel. Pass the turn. We have all the hate pieces we could ever want in hand. I would just like to use them. Urza's Saga ticking up. Glimmer Void, Springleaf Drum. They're paying the 1. They are paying 1/1, but we still get to draw another card. Stoneforge Mystic. Okay. Would like a land, please. They swing in for 1. We're going to take it. Go to our turn. Aether Vial's not what I wanted. All right, go to combat. No reason not to attack now. It's all right. Eventually we'll draw a land and eventually these Seal of Cleansing will be good, but not right now apparently. Pass the turn. Making a big old construct. Okay, it's only a 4/4 for now. Pithing Needle. I'm going to name the Aether Vial. Beautiful. Land off the top, please. They swing in for 1. Take it down to 18. Go to our turn. Land off the top, please. Ah, Plains. Seal of Cleansing. Do we attack? I think we do. Attack with both. Pull up the construct. Down to 17. Pass the turn. Island from our opponent. Nettle Cyst. Lets us draw. Land is good. So that means we can Skyclave the Nettle Cyst if we want. They swing in for 1. We're going to take it. Go to our turn. Aether Vial ticking up. Another land. Okay. So we could go Skyclave, Pithing Needle, and then we can put Stoneforge Mystic in, and then next turn we can Seal of Cleansing and Kaldra, or maybe Batterskull. Yeah. Skyclave, take Pithing Needle, pass the turn, and it goes to combat. Swings in for 5. We'll just take it. Down to 12. Where on the Aether Vial? Well, we'll activate it in response. Should have waited to see if they paid. I think in the blind, the correct call is Batterskull now. Yeah, we should have seen if they were going to pay, which they do, so we could have got Kaldra. Dispatch is good though. Okay, so they take out our Aether Vial. Go to our turn. Shadowspear as well. Let's go Plains. Seal of Cleansing. Go to combat. Swing in for 2. No blocks from our opponent. Let's take out that Nettle Cyst now. Pass the turn. Darksteel Citadel. Etched Champion. Okay, protection from all colors. Swings in for 1. Sounds good. Let's run out the Stoneforge. Put in a Batterskull, which our opponent can continue to block, but now we can run out Archon and pass the turn there. And then worst case scenario, we can play and equip the Shadowspear to the Batterskull, I guess, or even to the Archon, because the trample will go through on the Etched Champion. Oh, opponent's targeting the Archon of Emeria. Pays the 1s. Yep. Only pays 1/1. No, pays both 1s. Okay. They were a bit confused, but now they know what they're doing. Swings in the air for 1. Passes. Urza's Saga. Let's play it. Shadowspear. It's equip to the Germ. Run out Thalia. Go to combat. Swing in with the Germ. Yep. Opponent blocks. Deal 3 to them. Gain 3. Pass the turn. Hope they don't draw a Wear before we can hold up 3 mana. And also, oh yeah, we've got the Urza Sagas. We can make a colorless creature, put a Batterskull on it. It's pretty cool. All right, opponent's still swinging in for 1. Just keeping us in check, keeping their life total up. Go to our turn. Well, there's the map. That's cool. Okay, map is very good. Let's run out the map. Let's go to combat, swing with the Germ. Still going to trample over. Pass the turn there. Spire of Industry. Swings in for 1. We will take it. Going to crack the map in the end step instead of making a Saga, instead of making a Construct. And I'm going to get a Hall of Heliod's Generosity. Accidentally skipped to our main phase without making anything with the Urza Saga. I was so happy to draw it. And now I've done nothing with it. I reckon it's an Elixir of Immortality here. Run out the Hall of Heliod's Generosity. Burrenton Forge-Tender. Go to combat. Swing in for 5. Yep, deal 3 to them. Pass the turn. And then we're going to start looping Seal of Cleansings and wiping out an artifact every turn. All right, Springleaf Drum. Going to pay? They are. Swings in for 1. We're going to take it. Put Seal of Cleansing back on top of our library. Go to our turn. Run out a Seal of Cleansing. Go to combat. Swing in for 5. Yep, opponent's going to block. I think we'll just pass it there. Another artifact land. Okay, swinging in for 1. Yep, happy to take it. Happy to take it. Let's activate Shadowspear to take them off a Spire Bluff Bridge. Let's go to our turn. Tectonic Edge. Hello. Let's play Tectonic Edge. Go to combat. Swing in with the Germ. Go over. Activate Shadowspear. Take out the Razortide Bridge. Pass the turn there. Opponent's swinging in for 1. Okay, we'll take it. Go to our turn. So in the end step, we will try for another Seal of Cleansing on top of the library. That works. Run out a Seal of Cleansing. I'll activate Shadowspear again. Why not? Take out the Darksteel Citadel. Go to combat. combat, swing in for 5. Opponent just takes 3 of it. Pass the turn there. Ooh, a Frogmite. Still got enough affinity to cast that. Yep. Swinging in for 1. Well, we'll take it. Go to our turn. Sunbaked Canyon. Go to combat. Swing in for 5. Yep. Opponent blocks. Gonna take 3 of it. I'm just happy passing there. Ornithopter passes to us. Let's put a Seal of Cleansing on top of our library. Go to our turn. Run out Seal of Cleansing. Go to combat. Swing in. Opponent's only blocking enough to stop 2 of the damage. Needs something to happen. Nope. Opponent can't beat it. And we win. There we go. Who needs Kitaki when you've got Seal of Cleansing loops with Hall of Heliod's generosity? Alrighty, final round and we're keeping this hand. Scalding Tarn and passing. In which case it is Plains and Esper Sentinel. Opponent's cracking the Scalding Tarn in response. Steam Vents and Dots. Pass the turn there. Island. And they're passing. Run out Urza's Saga. Aether Vial. Aether Vial. Go to combat and swing in for 1. Okay, opponent is playing the Snapcaster Mage. They don't get any flashback value, but they just want the Esper Sentinel off the table. I think it's fine. So we could have Solituded there, but we didn't. Maybe we should have. I could see it. Alrighty. They play a Mountain and they pass to us. Aether Vial's ticking up. Yeah, maybe Solitude was right. Urza's Saga going up to 2. Let's play a Plains and we'll just pass the turn. Scalding Tarn from our opponent. Let's make a construct. In the end step, opponent's going to bolt it. Activate Aether Vial, Giver of Runes. Go to our turn. Let's tick up 1 Aether Vial, let's not tick up the other. Let's make a construct. Let's just get a Shadowspear here. And I'm very happy just to pass the turn without attacking. Cracking their Scalding Tarn, getting a Hallowed Fountain. Electrolyze on our Giver of Runes. Let's give the construct pro red. And yeah, they can draw a card if they want. Cascade Bluffs to Fairy. Getting rid of the construct. Sure. Go to our turn. Aether Vials ticking up. I'm pretty happy just passing here. Ticking up on the Teferi. Okay. Scalding Tarn. Activate Aether Vial on 2. Activate Aether Vial on 3. Skyclave. Grab Teferi. Okay. Go to our turn. Let's keep the Aether Vials where they are. Let's equip the Shadowspear to Skyclave. Draws out a Snapcaster Mage. Okay. Gets an Electrolyze. Okay. Now they Electrolyze the Skyclave. Okay. There's a lot of okays happening here. They're cracking the Scalding Tarn. Get a Rawgrim Triumph. Okay. Picking up what they're putting down. Then we'll play a Plains. And we will Aether Vial. Yes. Skyclave Apparition. Take the Snapcaster Mage. And then I'm going to dispatch the illusion. Pass the turn there. Opponent's probably reading Dispatch in the graveyard now. They play an island. Big Teferi. Getting rid of our Skyclave. Okay. Go to our turn. Aether Vials staying where they are. Tectonic Edge. Let's run out Tectonic Edge and pass. Teferi ticking up. Glacial Fortress. Swinging in for 2, we're going to take it. Keep the Aether Vials where they are. Plains and pass it there, I guess. Fact or fiction? Okay. Let's go 2 Archmage's Charm versus everything else. Okay. Opt and Bolt. Bolts our face. Okay. Snapcaster Mage for a bolt. Okay. On our face. And now that you're tapped out, Solitude, take out the token. Pass the turn there. Ticking up the Teferi. Opting. Who knows? Maybe they don't have a way to deal with the Solitude. Lightning Helix. Okay. Swinging in for 2. Sounds good to me. Teferi has ticked up. So going to our turn, they can't get rid of the Skyclave unless they get rid of the Teferi. With the Teferi, that is. So no. Keep the Aether Vials where they are. Aether Vial, Skyclave, take out the Snapcaster, run out more of the Skyclaves. Cryptic Command. Okay. And then we'll equip the Skyclave. An opponent bolts it in response. Okay. Not the best turn I've ever had, won't lie. And now we're in top deck mode for real. And that Teferi is still ticking up. Blooded Strand, ticking up the Teferi. Swings in for 2. Keep the Aether Vials where they are. Urza's Saga. Play that. Pass the turn. Maybe the little land that could can get us back in it. Cracking a Flooded Strand. A Steam Vents tapped. Archmage's Charm, letting them draw. Lightning Helix to our face. Okay. Do you have the other burn spell? Yep. And that's the game. Okay. Scoop it up. That was gross. So now let's bring in Pithing Needle, Hex Parasite, Expedition Map. We're cutting the Archons. We want a Seal of Cleansing or 2 in case they play Shark. No, I just think we have to hope we can get around it. All right. They're more of a burn style one as well. So maybe Batterskull over the Kaldra because they got the Archmage's Charm for the Kaldra. Yeah, let's just go like that. Maybe that's enough. Won the die roll. Let's play first Esper Sentinels. Oh, yes, that's an Esper Sentinel hand. Let's play a Plains, run out an Esper Sentinel, pass the turn there. Flooded Strand, there you crack it. Rawgrim Triumph tapped. Okay, let's go Tectonic Edge, Aether Vial. Maybe we should have led with the Esper Sentinel there because then Force of Negation would draw us 2 cards if they have it. Esper Sentinel, go to combat, swing for 1. Now a Fury would hurt. Yes, Fury would hurt a lot. Pass it there. Scalding Tarn, crack the Scalding Tarn, Hallowed Fountain, untapped. Engineered Explosives on 1. Okay, we're going to draw 2 cards and Alpine
Alpine Moon. Okay. Naming Urza Saga, I'm guessing. Yep. Names Urza Saga. All right. Well, we've got the Wisp, so we can get that Engineered Explosives out of here. Aether Vial ticking up. Planes and Flickerwisp. Take out the Engineered Explosives. Go to combat. Swing for 2. And it takes it down to 13. Pass the turn. Engineered comes back. Flooded Strand. Prismatic Ending on the Aether Vial. Okay. You gonna pay for us to draw? They're not. They're letting us draw. Okay. Bolt on the Flickerwisp. Okay. Let's go to our turn. Let's run out Skyclave. Let's take out Alpine Moon. Run Sunbaked Canyon. Aether Vial. Go to combat. Oh, opponent's cracking the Flooded Strand. Steam Vents. Tapped. Okay. Swing in for 2. Down to 10. Pass the turn there. Opting. You gonna pay? Nope. They let us draw. Another Skyclave's good. So is Giver of Runes. Scalding Tarn. They crack it. Island. Snapcaster Mage for Lightning Bolt. Bolts the Skyclave. Okay. Passes to us. Aether Vial ticking up. Thalia. Let's run out Shadowspear. Run out of Sunbaked Canyon. Run out of Thalia. And equip one of the Sentinels. Pass the turn there. Opponent plays a Cascade Bluffs. Swings in. Block the Snapcaster. Gonna take 1. Oh, is this a board wipe? I hope this is a board wipe. If they spend their entire turn trying to wipe these Esper Sentinels. It is. Okay. So then we're going to draw 2 more cards. We have drawn so many cards this game. All right. I'm sorry I doubted you, Esper Sentinel. You are the best. Another Stoneforge. Very nice. And the Plains. Okay. Go to our turn. Aether Vial will tick up. Could have put the Giver of Runes in on the end step, I suppose. Let's run out Giver of Runes. And I'm pretty happy just passing, actually. I might equip. Yeah, I'll equip. Pass it there. Flooded Strand. Lightning Helix. Okay. They're empty-handed. Aether Vial. Stoneforge Mystic. Let's get the Batterskull. Go to our turn. Opponent cracking the Flooded Strand. Getting a Steam Vents. Tapped. Keep the Aether Vial on 2. Draw another Aether Vial. That's good. Run out Aether Vial. Let's activate Aether Vial. Put Stoneforge Mystic into play. Use this ability. Get the Maul. Cast the Maul on our Stoneforge Mystic. Equip the Shadowspear. Hey, look, we made our own Batterskull and it flies. Swing in for 4 and it takes it down to 7 and we have an actual Batterskull in hand. Pass the turn there. Opponent still with only 1 card in hand. Passes to us. We'll tick up 1 Aether Vial. I'll tick them both up. Thalia. Well, let's go to combat. Swing in for 4. Opponent's going to take it and we're just going to pass Engineered Explosives on 2. Okay. Well, opponent's making us wait. Well, go on to the end step. Let's activate Stoneforge Mystic. Put Batterskull into play. Pass it there. Draw an Urza Saga. Let's activate Aether Vial. Put a Thalia into play. This stops any cryptic command shenanigans. Unfortunately, they can use the EE on 0. All right, so they're going to destroy all the 2s. And now they destroy all the 0s. Yeah, we should have put Skyclave in. I forgot that just because it's on 0 doesn't mean it can't do anything. Urza Saga, pass, I guess. Field of Ruin, gets rid of our Urza Saga. Get ourselves a Plains. Activate Aether Vial. Skyclave Apparition. Nothing to take. And opponent scoops it up. Between that and the Batterskull, it was too much for him. All right, now I know what they're doing. I'm going to bring in 2 Seal of Cleansings because I think that'd be really good. Do I want the Dranniths? I don't think I do. Okay. Flickerwisp saved our bacon there, but that's what Seal of Cleansing is for. So we'll get rid of a Flickerwisp and a Giver of Runes. Run it back like that. Hopefully we get a similar hand. We did not. I'm not keeping this. Mulligan. I mean, we lose to an Alpine Moon. Mulligan. Better. Let's put... Tech Edge hurts them. Still think it's the 2 lands. Oh, put away the Maul. And what do we have that's double white? Just Skyclave Apparition and Solitudes. I'm going to keep Tech Edge. So opponent gets to go first. We have a double Esper Sentinel hand. Scalding Tarn. And they're passing. Plains. Esper Sentinel. All right. Cracking. Steam Vents. Untapped. Okay. Opts in response. Cool. Let's pass the turn there. Mountain. Passes. Stoneforge. Okay. Well, let's run out Esper Sentinel. Lightning Bolts. The first Sentinel does pay. Urza Saga gets its mana ability and Aether Vial. Pass the turn there. Now Alpine Moon would be bad, but not backbreaking. Island. Engineered Explosives on 1. Now that is a little backbreaking. Esper Sentinel draws as a card. All right, Tectonic Edge. Okay. I mean, it hurts, but it's fine. Pass to us. Aether Vial ticking up. Dispatch. Tectonic Edge. Swing in for 1. Opponent pops the explosives. Do we run out Stoneforge now? No. Pass the turn. Opponent does nothing and passes. Okay. We also did nothing and passed. Silly me. We should have made a construct. We're a construct down. Not playing my best today, if I'm being completely honest. All right. They're going to lightning bolt the construct. So they would have lightning bolted the other one as well. We would have got another removal spell out of them. Yeah, should have are done. Expedition map. Urza Saga. Pass the turn there. Opponent passes to us. Urza Saga ticking up. Play another Tectonic Edge. Pass the turn. This time, let's not skip through our turn without making a Saga. Or skip through their turn, rather. Opponent's just passing. Let's make a construct. Bolts it. Okay. Go to our turn. Pithing Needle's cool. Make a construct. Let's get the Aether Vial. Go to combat. No attacks. Do we play the Pithing Needle? Not yet. All right, now they're on their 4th land. Engineered explosives on 1. Yep, gonna take out the map. Frustrating. Go to our turn. Esper Sentinel. Let's blow up your steam vents, run out an Esper Sentinel, go to combat, swing in for 2, pass the turn there. Opponent is just passing. Another Tectonic Edge. Let's run out Pithing Needle. Let's name Teferi, Hero of Dominaria, given they've popped a couple of E's already. Go to combat, swing in for 4, Snapcaster Mage. Okay, Lightning Bolt. Block my Sentinel. No, you're not. Gonna dispatch you. All right, we're gonna draw another Stoneforge. Okay, now unfortunately this means that we don't destroy the Snapcaster, so we should have done it before blockers, but I didn't think of it. All right, but we'll just pass the turn there, and hopefully we can get something going soon. Mystic Gate. Okay, well, we can take him off white mana. Hopefully we draw a land. Do indeed. Plains. Stoneforge Mystic, just straight up counter spell. Let's take him off white mana, and then we can Stoneforge Mystic next turn. Blooded Strand, cracks it. Does get a basic Plains. They've learned. Let's run out Stoneforge Mystic, resolves, Batterskull, pass the turn. Yep, Lightning Helix on the Stoneforge. All right, it's going to be an uphill battle with this one. Uphill indeed. Cascade Bluffs, passes, Aether Vial. Let's run out Aether Vial. Let's take out the Cascade Bluffs. Oh, opponent's doing something with that mana. Secures the wastes. Okay, swings in for 4, take it down to 16, go to our turn. Aether Vial ticking up. Plains is good. Just go for a Skyclave here. Nothing to take. Pass the turn. Lightning Helix is the Skyclave. Gets nothing back. All right. They're almost empty-handed, so some gas would be appreciated. Swing in for 12, swinging us down to 12. Aether Vial ticking up. Plains and pass. Snapcaster Mage, getting Lightning Bolt, I'm guessing. Lightning Helix, okay. Down to 9, beginning of combat. Let's tap that Snapcaster Mage. Swings in for 4, okay. Well, this is the turn, deck. Give us something. Do we want Aether Vial on 2 or 3? 2, so no. Another Stoneforge. Let's equip the Shadowspear, pass the turn there. Maybe they don't have it. Ah, they have it. Hang on. Cast with 2 colors. Yeah, they've got it. Okay, that's it. That's a real shame. It's a real shame. Yeah, a couple of misplays there. Lost us the game. Scoop it up. Alrighty, so that was us testing out Dispatch in a mono-white Taxes shell. Esper Sentinel still continues to shine, which is always nice. Couple of misplays here and there, but I mean, really, you're not watching me because I play perfectly. Still, something to work on, something to learn from. The Metalcraft aspect of Dispatch certainly can be abused by the opponent if not careful. We can also kind of abuse it, but not as effectively as they can. I feel like, honestly, maybe we're diluting our package a bit much. I mean, I do like the idea of Dispatch, and there were some games where it's very good, but I do wonder if maybe Urza Saga isn't the way this deck wants to go. With the Esper Sentinel, people just know how to play around it more now, which is why I think it's not as good as it used to be. I don't know. We got to see Hallowed Moonlight in the sideboard. That was nice. Wasn't a full test of its abilities, and it didn't do anything, unfortunately. We got to side it in a couple of times, which is nice. I was planning on doing a whole video about that, but if we're not going to verse Crashing Footfalls anytime soon, what's the point? Seal of Cleansing loops with Hall of Heliod, Generosity, and Shadowspear still tear apart Enchantress and Affinity style decks. Archon of Emeria helps keep those things in check. So yeah, some good games in here, but not my best league. I hope you've all enjoyed it anyway, and until next time, have fun.